After an absence of several weeks, the Whitechapel murderer returned in the early hours of Sunday the 30th of September and carried out 2 killings in less than an hour. The first atrocity, on what has become known as the night of the double murder, occurred in Dutfield Yard off Berner Street, seen here in a contemporary press illustration as Louis Deemschutz discovers the body of Elizabeth Stride, the third victim of Jack the Ripper, at 1 a.m. This view towards Dutfield Yard, the entrance to which can be seen beneath the cart wheel in the photograph, was taken in the early 20th century from the junction of Fairclough Street and Berner Street. By the time Leonard Matters paid a visit to Berner Street in 1928, all traces of the murder site had disappeared, so he was only able to take this photograph of the corner. However, he did publish this photograph of what he referred to as slum dwellings in Berner Street, Whitechapel. This is what he had to say about it. Berner Street still exists under that name. It is to be found half a mile down Commercial Road and is today a most uninviting thoroughfare, though it has obviously undergone a big change in recent years. At its northern end, it is fairly clean, open and sweet, but as it drops away towards the docks, it retains much of the character it must have possessed in 1888. Dirty 2-storey slum dwellings extend along both sides. These are filled with poor people whose swarms of children play in the streets while the mothers stand at the doors gossiping and occasionally shouting. The stranger is eyed as an interloper and his every movement is watched. 45 minutes after Louis Deemschutz discovered the body of Elizabeth Stride, Police Constable Edward Watkins found the body of Catherine Eddowes in the southwest corner of Mitre Square, located on the eastern fringe of the City of London. This illustration shows the corner in which the murder took place as it was in the aftermath of the crime, with the police preventing the curious crowds from entering the square. Leonard Matters describes Mitre Square thus: Mitre Square is the centre of a maze of narrow streets, byways and passages. The square itself is a small, stone-cobbled place, about 90 feet long by 70 feet wide. There is a main entrance from Mitre Street on the west. From Creechurch Lane, along the northern boundary of the area, there is an arched-over passageway into the square of St James's Place. An entrance from Duke Street is gained through a very narrow and longer alley called Church Passage. These 3 entrances and exits made Mitre Square quite a safe place from Jack the Ripper's point of view. Clearly visible in Matters' photograph of the arched passage are the letters N, G and E from the name Keely & Tong, whose warehouse dominated the northern side of the square. Matters also took this photograph of the corner in which the body of Catherine Eddowes was discovered by Constable Watkins. This photograph, taken by William Whiffin in 1925, shows the same corner. It also shows the entrance into the square from Mitre Street, as well as Keely & Tong's warehouse. Finally, William Stewart published this depiction of Ripper's Corner in his book in 1939.